7:30 and it just got light. The market's technically been going on for like an hour and a half, but I didn't want to shop with a flashlight. I thought that was a little too extreme even for me. So I was able to eat breakfast and stuff, but my mom and I are ready. We got our Hulking bags, so really excited to see how many vendors showed up. It was supposed to rain. Now the forecast is not until the evening, so it could be a really good shopping day. And I can't wait to see, hopefully, my friends and some of you guys that have shown up for this. So it's gonna be a really exciting day. So this is actually an ashtray. Is that not amazing? It's €5, so I think I'm gonna get it. I've fallen in love with this adorable dog picture. I think it's painted. I mean, it looks like it, but the frame is wonderful on it. This carved wood piece is for cigarettes. Is this not the most magical cigarette dispensing thing ever? I just bought this painting because I just love the colors and fell in love with the frame. So I got it for $40. But this booth has a lot of really lovely art. The other piece I'm considering is this one. But this would be for me. It has the flower and the colors are so vibrant. And I feel like against my wood paneling in my home, since it's very mid-century, it could look really stunning. I've fallen in love with this brass bird on the branch. Look at the bugs on the leaf, it's so cute. It's €20 and I'm gonna get it. Really love this wooden candle holder. It is, I think, €5. Really beautiful. A bunch of fantastic mid-century stuff. It's always fun when you can find these vendors because they are few and far between in places where everything is so old. Look at all that antique stuff. This lamp is incredible. Look at that. And this hanging one with the wood top. Oh, I wish I could bring lamps home. There's some great mid-century ones here. You guys know I'm getting into glass a little bit more, and this mushroom is really beautiful. It's $25 and it's signed on the bottom. Tempted to get it. Giant Kakashi dolls. Look at these. They're huge. I have one almost as big as this. This is way bigger than I have ever seen. Beautiful art. Mom spotted these cute bookends. Wood bookends, which you guys know I sell a lot of. And then this mirror she thinks is really pretty. And you guys know also I sell a lot of tabletop mirrors, and this one I like the fact that the tones are darker. Some of the first rugs and tapestries I've seen. I actually thought I'd see a lot more linens. This is really beautiful. Love the colors on that. Really fun, colorful pieces. There are so many very cool carved pieces for pocket watches. Like you'd put your pocket watch in this. Is that not incredible? They're so beautiful and so intricately carved. These candle holders are absolutely beautiful. If I could bring them home, I would. And there's even this sweet little rattan chair for like, oh no, it's actually metal. There's so many amazing things in this booth. I got 2 pieces of art already. Oh, I really like this too. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to ask him how much that is as well. Wow. Just grab this beautiful painted wood box. This is actually painted on top. It needs a little repair in the corner, but I think it's really pretty. This is the coolest Madonna and baby statue I have seen. It's black ceramic, super tall. It's $75, so I won't be getting it, but wow. Very interesting. Love this beautiful inlay jewelry box. Look at the top of it. Stunning. The box game here is really strong. Look at how incredible these light fixtures are. They are upside down. This is where the bulb goes, but holy cow. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I just did about 2/3, maybe only half of the market. I have a full Hulkin, and so I'm taking the stuff back with me because I have a few pieces of art and other things that I'm afraid that are going to get hurt by the brass that I got. So I have not shown you a lot of footage of what I've actually gotten because anytime I show interest in something, I don't want to film it because then the price goes up. So I usually have to, oh, I'm just realizing I went the wrong way. So yes, I have to be careful when I am filming and also negotiating. Because I always want to get the best deal. Anyway, so I am going to do a drop and I got to get more cash. And then, yeah, hit it up. The rain seems like it might be coming actually, because I felt a few drops. And if it rains, we're probably gonna pack up, which I'm like, no, I gotta get through the whole thing. So I have gotten some really lovely things. So you guys are gonna just be like, ah, at my finds. So I can't wait to show them to you. You guys know I'm in my fish era. So I got this painting for 10. I might remove the frame, but I just think the fish are so funny. I'm really tempted to grab these for my husband because he loves the bugs, and these are beautiful. We actually went to a bug exhibit, and sometimes these can be worth thousands of dollars if you can believe it. I adore this lamp, of course, because it's the metal with the matte black. Very interesting. I love this ashtray. It's €3, but I'm running out of weight, I'm afraid, in my bags. Love these bells. I just got a big one, but this is the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. Debating this beautiful mirror right here. It's stunning. But we're now down side streets, and the deals are better down here. This painting is really interesting. I have some owies, but it is really beautiful, the colors. So I think I'm gonna get it. Oh my gosh, you guys. So we decided to do the outskirts of the market before we head back into the main market, and the deals are so good. And I just got a brass bust for $60, and I'm ready to pass out over it. So wait till you see it. Okay, so I had my dad recording because I have to show you. This is the bust that I got for $60. If this was back home, it would be $1 bajillion. I just gotta figure out how to get on the plane. So, but she's so beautiful. This vendor has some great stuff. I got some artwork, which I'll show you. I kind of wanted these paintings too. And that one over there, which looks like a print, but it's actually painted. But you guys, I am running out of room already in my bags. I have a whole table full of stuff back at our Airbnb. Yep, I have not been monitoring what I've been getting to know if it's all gonna fit. I love this brass tray, but it is very solid, like extremely solid. It's €10, which kills me to leave it behind. But today I'm gonna have to go back before we head to Brussels and just weigh the bags that I have now to know what I'm dealing with. There's actually been a surprising amount of taxidermy at this market. I don't think I've ever been to a market with so much taxidermy. It's wild. Look at this bison. It's incredible. And then back behind there are stuffed birds. Just nuts. I know there's a market for old bottles and jars, but I just don't know much about them to confidently buy. This one I'm kind of drawn to because it's so petite and cute. So these are actually lights. I mean, how fascinating and unique. There's like the bronze and brass and stone, and then the glass balls. I mean, they're just incredible. I've never seen lights like this before. Okay, so it's just a little before lunch. I am so hungry, and I feel like I can't go on until I have food in my belly. So we're gonna do a break, and then we're going to come back and shop it again because it's open till 6 p.m. So these are the stairs that we have to go up, one of the many flights, and they are so narrow, you guys. I can barely fit my bag and myself up. Okay, so we are heading back to the market. I keep telling myself just mostly to take footage for you guys of the experience, of the cool stuff there. I gotta shoot some footage for an Instagram reel, so you know the business side of this whole endeavor. But I'm probably gonna find stuff too. And I did not bring my Honkin this time because I'm like, no, you can't buy big things, you'd have to carry them. And I hate to carry stuff, but usually that means I'm gonna end up finding something and I'm gonna be suffering for my purchases. So we'll see. I actually hope I don't have it. I actually hope I do not have any success because I have so much stuff. We're having anxiety over it. But I have to definitely take more footage for you guys to watch because it's just so magical shopping in Europe. Earlier today this was 80 and now it is 60. It is such a stunning ship painting. Look at that frame. It's just so tempting. So I just bought this. I know I said I'm not gonna buy anything else, but this is an original floral. These I think are pomegranates and it was 25, but she took 20. So much for me not getting anything this round. A lot of beautiful Italian metalwork pieces that, oh, and bread, just bread, that if I wasn't so like fatigued already at the thought of shipping these and even packing them back, I would probably ask for the price, but I'm not gonna ask because I don't even want to have to mess around with them. This is one of the biggest tapestry handbags I have ever seen. So, oh, it's a set. They're selling this as a set. But, oh, it's really pretty. I do not need it, but this is the first, like, tapestry thing that I've really seen. There hasn't really been many tapestry pieces, which has been so strange. You guys, a wicker animal I have never seen before. It's a horse, I think? Yeah, although the tail doesn't look like a horse, but the head does with that mane? What is this? Obviously, I can't bring this home, but wow. I am in awe. To give you an idea, it goes all the way down that way. So this is probably the biggest place I've ever vintage shopped. I thought it was just the square and a couple side streets. This is a whole city park. I want to bring back every gold frame. They're a great seller for me. And look at how ornate these are. They're really, really heavy. But look at the beautiful flowers. It's just it's blowing my mind. I'm just stunned. These are so pretty. I mean, this is your standard Indian rosewood that I do find at home, but I have not found this shape before. So I'll have to ask how much these are because they're so beautiful. Some cute little art like that guy. And some more in here. I love digging through art boxes. Look at this wall sconce, you guys. This is the whole thing. Like, this isn't separate, this is connected. Wow. I have seen these boxes everywhere and I just adore them. They're so solid and intricate. This vendor has a lot of different varieties. Usually it's this one you see a lot. I didn't know they made these. They're on my wish list now. These are probably the prettiest nesting Florentine stands or tables I've ever come across. Usually they're just the cream and white and gold, but this set is so colorful. More art that we do not need, but it's cherries. It's cherries, although she's allergic to cherries, so should you get it? Not allergic to wine, but to cherries. And this one is really pretty too. This is a tambourine. I have never seen one painted like this. I mean, frankly, I've never seen many tambourines in real life because most of the time they're on a stage being played. But I feel like I need to take up the tambourine if I get this. It's so pretty. Thank goodness Dad came with Mom's Hulkin because mine is filled back at the Airbnb and water to save our butts, man. Look at these stone feet. I don't know if they're planters or what. They are amazing. I have never seen marble feet before. You see a lot of these wood boxes and they're just so 3D and intricately carved. Imagine if they sold the key. I mean, this one looks like 95. For a reason, it is absolutely beautiful. I'm in love with all of these holy water containers. The wall-mounted ones, wow. There's so many varieties. I'm even partial to this one. I think this one might be one of my favorites because of course it has Mary there. So I just got a few of these very ornate peg racks. They're $5 each, which is awesome. And I also want to show you, look at where we are right now. By this beautiful, beautiful park with a canal running through. And then the market keeps going on and on forever, it seems. Look at these pedestals. Wow. I love this black one. And she's phenomenal. I love the two-tone of the stone. And of course this too. Frankly, Wish I lived in a home that could accommodate these, but my mid-century place, this would look not right. Love that inlay wooden box with the cute handle. And this brass one is also, actually no, it's not brass. It's actually porcelain or ceramic, which is nuts. And this is a lovely burlwood box with some like shell inlay detail. You can definitely tell fall is coming because all the leaves are falling. This little candle holder is €3. I'm assuming it comes with the cute little candles. I'm definitely gonna have to get that. Okay, you guys, that is a wrap. I am exhausted and hungry and thirsty. I need a waffle, and frankly, I have nothing left to give to this market. Money-wise, energy, I still cannot believe my haul. I don't even remember half the stuff that I got because it's been that type of a day. Next up for me today is to reacquaint myself with my new belongings and see if they even get in the suitcases that I brought, because I have a sneaking suspicion I may have space, but I may not have the right amount of weight, or maybe over. But it was really fun to run into some of you guys. And I ran into Abigail, who I'm sure you guys watch, who has a YouTube channel, so it was really fun to see what she's been buying and talking to her about her whole trip, which has been incredible. She's been here for weeks in Europe. It's just, well, a dream. It's a dream. That's the next phase for me, I think. Like weeks in Europe. And then I met Maria, who watches my channel, so it was really lovely to meet you in person. So yeah, it just was an all around really good day. Okay, so here's what I'm dealing with without giving it too much away, because you guys haven't seen most of the things that I picked up. So I have all this art that needs to go in a bag. And then in this bag, so I have 2 big bags. I have these peg rack things. So it's actually not a ton of stuff, but I have so much weight and a few marble and like brass pieces that I just lost my mind and picked up, which was stupid. So yeah, man, I hope I can fit it all in and it comes in underweight. Okay friends, welcome back to the States. We are in my studio space. We're gonna do the haul. Most of the stuff that you're gonna see today is gonna be available. There's just a few things that I'm still trying to decide on because there's just stuff that's one of a kind that I know I'm not gonna find again, and I'm trying to decide if I wanna keep it or not. Per usual, but anything that's gonna be available is listed down below in the description box. So we're gonna kick things off with the very first purchase I made at the market, this pair of marble bookends I fell in love with. I love that there are 3 types of stone, and I love the round shape. Thought that they were amazing. The only flaw is this teeny tiny nick right there, which to me is no big deal given the age of them, and they are largely in pristine condition. Just fell in love with them. I feel like they're sculptural on their own. So you can use them as bookends, of course, but why not also use them as decorative objects on their own, given like the shape. These are gonna be available on Etsy. So as much as I try to be mindful of weight, in most circumstances, the object won me over, and I just had to pray I had space in my suitcase for it. And this bust was a total impulse buy because I was walking by and it was only €25, and I was like, that's a really good deal. And then I was able to talk them down to €20. And I just, anytime I can find a bust of a woman, or in this case, Mary, that is from Europe, that has like the artist or the maker stamping, and then the medallion here. I mean, this always sells for a lot of money. The last bust I sold, I think for over $200 that I had found at an antique shop. So anytime I can bring a bust home like this, like a bronze bust, there's always a buyer for this, especially right now, with like old world styling being super hot. So I was very excited about this, and this will be available for you guys. So I have a bunch of brass pieces to show you. Now you guys did see a couple of them on camera, this being the most beautiful ashtray I have ever seen. I mean, I think it also can be a decorative trinket box on its own. But the vendor said, oh no, this was an ashtray. I'm like, gosh, ashtrays in Europe, so fancy. But I thought this was phenomenal. This will be available for you guys. And then I also picked up this beautiful bird with the leaf and the cute little bugs, which you guys also saw on camera. This will be for sale too. Like most of the stuff I'm gonna show you today is going to be available for you guys. It's gonna kill me because I really do love these, but you know, I can't keep everything. I went over with the intention of sourcing for you guys, so I have to let stuff go, and these are gonna be on Etsy. If you love wood boxes, you need to go to Belgium because there were so many amazing wood boxes. I got this beautiful painted one. You guys saw this in the footage. It definitely has some like hardware issues, but frankly, it's just such a beautiful decorative object. I did not care, and it was a really good deal. The box that I know you guys are gonna lose your minds over is this beautiful burlwood one, which I did not show you on camera. Look at the inlay detail around the edges and in the center, and then it's in really good shape inside. I thought this was absolutely stunning. I got it for 15 €. That was a really good deal. Boxes there, you can definitely pay up from just because they're so old and they just have so much detail, and they just don't make them like this anymore. So yeah, this is gonna be available. This one is gonna kill me to let go because it is so stunning, has lots of amazing patina, and largely in really good shape for being so how old it is. Some more wood pieces to show you. I also picked up this wooden candelabra. I really fell in love with like the simplistic shape and like the honey wood tones. It was only €5, which I thought was amazing, so I had to get it. And probably the weirdest wood thing that I picked up is this sculpture. Now, when you turn it, you can kind of see that it is two people, but the way they carved it, you wouldn't actually be able to tell on these sides. It's only when you turn it. It's very interesting, like, illusion to me. It's actually stamped on the bottom. So this is not just like a hobby piece. This I think actually might be something. I still need to look it up. My mom found it in like one of those like grab bins. It was only €3. She's like, do you want this? This kind of looks like you. And I'm like, yes, that is fascinating the way they carved that. Really, really into this. So this is the first thing that is not gonna be available for you guys because I think I have to keep it because it's so weird. And you guys know I love weird stuff, but yeah, can't believe this is only €3. So like every reseller, I have certain things that always sell for me, my best sellers. And even when I'm going to Europe, I am looking for those things. Not just stuff that I don't see, but also things I know that has an immediate buyer. And these types of like monastery bells, the very ornate bells, always have an audience. They're very collectible. I love that this one actually has Bruges on top, if you can see it. And it was only €5, which is a really great deal because I'm willing to pay up for bells just because they do sell really well. So yeah, very excited to get this listed. So another thing that goes fast in my shop, and when you're in Europe, you will see a lot of these. They're usually wildly expensive, but I got really lucky on this one. I'm gonna say it was like €20. But this type of frame that's really, really ornate, that has the kickstand in the back, this type of frame always has a buyer because as soon as someone buys it from my shop when I list one, I then will have several emails from people asking, can I buy it? So I'm always on the hunt for these. And they can usually sell for over $100. Now ignore the tape because anytime I have glass, I'm shipping something or packing something, I usually put painter's tape on it so it's easily removable. And then so if the glass breaks, it's not going to like fall in the package or hurt someone. And so I just totally forgot to take it off before I started filming. But yeah, this is dated 1906 and it's just such a great piece, largely intact. It actually has the glass. That's the other thing. Oftentimes the glass, because these are so old, is totally broken over time, and you'll mostly see them sold without glass or any sort of backing. So the fact that this had both was amazing, but don't let that deter you. If you ever find one out thrifting or sourcing and it doesn't have the glass or the backing or anything, it's just the frame, still pick it up because people kind of understand that these types of things are gone usually over time. So anyways, yeah, this is gonna be available and it's a very cool find. So let's move on to some art pieces. So in the footage you saw that I picked this one up for me, and I've already shown this to you guys a little bit because I did like a tour of my entryway a few weeks ago and this was already on the wall. So I was very excited to find a piece of mid-century art. This is definitely made in like the 70s, or actually no, March 66, late 60s. But yeah, against my wood paneling, it is perfect. I paid up for this, I wanna say €75, but frankly, that's a great deal for a very cool piece of art that has like the cool framing and the info on the back. I was really excited about this, and this is just for me as part of my personal collection. So another piece of art you saw in the footage is this beautiful still life painting of fish. It had a frame. When I bought it, I removed the frame because I would not be able to bring this back home if it had the frame on it. It just was too big. And the frame wasn't worth like breaking down and packing. Now, if a frame is really good and I have to remove it, then I will usually save it and then put it back together. But in this case, it wasn't heartbroken to let it go. And it just looks so much better without that awful frame. The fish are so good. It's super moody. It's signed in the corner and also has all of the nail head details, which means it's a very old piece. Every piece of art that I got had the nail details. If it has staples, it's not that old. is like 1950s and newer, where if it has nails, it's significantly older. That's one way you can date the age of a painting. But just know when you're going to Europe, almost every piece of art there is staggeringly old. But yeah, this is gonna be available for you guys. If I loved moody art in my home, I would keep it. But I like bright art, so this is your win. I won't be able to keep this one, but it's very cool. Another piece of art you saw on film is this one. This is gonna be available. It's going to kill me because the colors are almost bright enough for my home. The style is really unique because the brushwork is so unusual compared to what you usually see when you're in Europe. A lot of the painters, they're trying to make things look as realistic as possible, where this is definitely more stylized. Obviously, I know nothing about art to know what type of painting this is, but the frame on it is phenomenal. I paid up for it, like I said in the footage, but it's definitely worth a lot more than what I paid. There's a lot of margin because it is so unique. The colors are so good, and the framing is just perfect, absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's move on to a painting that you guys haven't seen. Now this one is for me, and actually was my very last purchase of the market, which I thought was fitting because you guys know I love religious things. So this painting of Mary about like knocked me out. It's so good. It was a great way to end a very good day. Now this is in a very rough condition. So much of the paint is flaking away. And it's actually, if you look at the back, you can see there's light. That is light shining through. I think I got it for €10, but it's just like mauves and moody and interesting. And I don't know, I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely coming home with me. So this will not be for sale, sorry, but it's just a very, very cool and unique piece. And I actually really love the distressing and the patina on it. Now, when I'm shopping in the States, I usually shy away from art that has holes and any sort of distressing like this. Hello. But when you're picking up really old pieces of art, I feel like this is just part of the history of it, and I kind of adore the imperfections. I've actually sold art on Etsy that has like very noticeable flaws like this, because the person just kind of knows that that piece is really, really old and loves that worn history. So this is going to be available, flaws and all, but I just thought the fact that it was the most stunning fall landscape painting, I couldn't pass it up, even though it had the slit in it. I just thought it was too good. So yeah, this will be available online, and I know someone who buys it is gonna really adore it, even for its flaws. Okay, so I'm feeling like I need to rapid fire the rest of this stuff. So I got this amazing brass horse key organizer. These are always the best seller. It was only €5, so I had to pick it up. And speaking of brass, I also got another cool brass trinket type dish or ashtray. I don't know. I love like the bulbous shape on it. And I got this, I want to say for €5 too. I got these from the same person. Yeah, so I thought this was very cool. I'll probably sell this on Etsy, and if not, I'll bring it to one of my booth spaces. Something I got for €1 is this adorable owl. This will be for me. I actually have a small collection of these going, so I was very excited to add to it. And then I also got 2 more small pieces of art, which I think I showed you guys on footage. I got this small landscape, and then I got this dog in the most epic wood frame, or wood gold frame. And then look at the back of that. I mean, look at that. How old is that? I mean, it looks crazy old. So I was very excited about this piece, and this will be available. Actually, both of these will be available on Etsy. Something I totally want to keep, but I've decided to list it, is this adorable cloisonné turtle. I have very rarely ever seen the animals. Usually I only see like vases and bowls. So this, he's so cute, I want to keep him, but they're very collectible, which is why I'm going to sell them. And then I also want to keep this thing, but I'm also going to make this available for you guys too. It's a really cool bronze and brass owl, like trinket dish. I thought it was really, really interesting. I love how it's very moody. This will be available as well. So another thing I'm planning to keep for me, because the candles are so cute. I mean, the holder is really great too, but the candles are adorable. I fell in love with those primarily. It was only €3, which I thought was great. So this is definitely something I'm just planning to keep for me. I may take the candles out and just sell the holder with different candles, because I have other candles that will fit this. So I like this, but I'm not as taken by it as I am by these adorable candles. I mean, you guys know me, I love candle sets. So painting I'm planning to keep myself is this beautiful floral, which is not surprising, I'm sure, to you guys. I fell in love with the pomegranates, the gold frame. It's really, really good. So this is gonna be for me in my floral art collection, but I am going to make available these two, which you guys did not see in the footage. They are technically, I think, a pair to be sold together. At least that's what I'm gonna do on Etsy. I just fell in love with the fruit landscapes. I thought they were just amazing. The detail is really good. The colors are really like punchy, like surprisingly vibrant. And I love the frames on them too. So these are not particularly old, but I think they're just very well done, artist signed in the corner. So yeah, these are gonna be available as a set online. Oh, I really wanna keep these too because the colors are so vibrant, but I'm gonna make them available for you guys. And the very last piece to show you from that day is this colorful stone box. Really, really good. These types of pieces are very popular right now. Stone boxes, stone anything. As you guys have heard me say many times, this ended up being only 10 euros, which I thought was great. And it has the little felty bottoms on it. It's in really good shape. Largely no real flaws or like bad chips, and I just love the orange color. Thought that was very unique. Usually like the stone marble boxes are, you know, more earth tones, and this is like, this is very vibrant for this type of box. So yeah, very excited about this piece. Okay, so that is everything I had to show you from that market. I can't believe all the great stuff that I got. You'll have to let me know what items were your favorite because I definitely have like an eclectic mix of stuff. Some stuff that are best sellers that you guys have seen me pick up many times, but other like things that kind of sprinkled in that, you know, you see in the moment, you're like, ooh, I gotta get that. I gotta bring it home. So yeah, most of the stuff is gonna be available for you guys. Like I mentioned, it's linked down below in the description box. If this is the first video that you're watching of my Belgium sourcing trip, make sure you watch part 1. I will link it down below. I have a whole haul of stuff to show you and shopping footage as well. And there is one more video in this series where I take you shopping in Brussels, and that's gonna air next week. Thank you so much for watching today. If you're interested in more thrifting and decorating videos between my haul videos here on YouTube, make sure you check me out on Instagram. Thanks again, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.